Borrowers Handbook. Mississippi Talking Book Services. Welcome to Talking Book Services. We are the library that distributes audiobooks and magazines, known as talking books, on cartridge, braille and large print materials, and accessible equipment through the United States Postal Service. We also administer and service BARD users. Talking Book Services is a department within the Mississippi Library Commission and serves as the Mississippi Regional Library for the National Library Service, NLS, for the Blind and Print Disabled Library of Congress. Table of Contents. Contact us. Service types: cartridges and physical service, BARD, large print and braille, sensory story kits, magazines, other services, NFB Newsline, radio reading service, Bibles and religious material, music instruction, NLS website. Equipment: digital talking book machines, supplemental equipment, refreshable braille devices, currency reader / iBill. Contact us. The goal of this document is to help you better understand how Talking Book Services, TBS, function and be aware of the other services available to you as a talking book patron. This document is also available by request in large print and braille formats. Most of the material we check out to you and that you return to us will come from our offices at the Library Commission in Jackson, and our staff of reader advisors are available to assist you with making requests, changing your contact and mailing information, or navigating any issues that may arise with service. We are available Monday through Friday, except some holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at our general TBS number, 601-432-4151, or toll free at 1-800-446-0892. You can also reach us through email at talkingbooks@mlc.lib.ms.us. Correspondence can be sent through regular mail to Mississippi Library Commission. Attention: Talking Book Services, 3881 Eastwood Drive, Jackson, Mississippi, 39211. Please remember that any and all correspondence through USPS does not require postage, and in place of postage, the words "free matter for the blind or physically handicapped" may be written. TBS staff are also available in person to assist you with anything regarding your service if you would like to visit us here at the Library Commission. Though we do ask if you plan on exchanging TBS cartridges or equipment, please let us know up to 24 hours ahead of time that you are coming so that we can have the material or equipment ready for you. Service types. As a patron, you will receive the type and combination of talking book service that you have indicated to us through the application/intake process. To remain in active status as a TBS patron, you must have at least one check-in and check-out per 12 months. This can include BARD downloads and other media types. Service types include talking books on cartridge. Our physical service is primarily how we send talking books on cartridges and requires a talking book machine. By default, All patrons will have 5 talking books on each cartridge sent and will have a checkout limit of up to 3 cartridges at a time. However, these defaults can be adjusted per the patron's request. There are 2 ways we generally circulate TBS cartridges. Auto-select. Talking books automatically selected from your designated preferences. Books will never be assigned at random and will always be chosen from your designated preferences. This type of service requires as much or as little interaction as you would like to have with our reader advisors. TBS cartridges will be automatically reassigned as they are returned to us, loaded with a variety of new books chosen from your preferences. On demand. Specifically requested books only. This service type requires you or someone on your behalf to request the books that you would like us to send. We will not send you any titles that you have not specifically requested. This type of service can be set to assign a specific author or book series, for example, and when the preference is exhausted, the system will stop assigning talking books. Requests can be made by contacting a reader advisor and are prioritized first, no matter the service you choose. While there is no printed list of every title available, patrons can browse newly added titles, popular magazines, and the entire NLS LOC catalog by visiting www.loc.gov/services-and-resources/. Patrons who use the physical service can also subscribe to receive Talking Book Topics, or TBT, on cartridge, which is published by NLS bi-monthly and includes a brief list of popular titles newly added to the collection. TBT is also available in HTML and PDF formats on the NLS website. As a Talking Book patron, you also have access to our online catalog, which can be used to sign in, make changes to your profile, search for titles or authors and add them directly to your requests lists, or view some of the new titles added to the collection. To access the Mississippi TBS online catalog, visit tbsopac.mlc.lib.ms.us and contact a reader advisor for username and password information. If you encounter an error with a book or a cartridge, please notify us by checking the defective book box in the top left corner of the mailing card that accompanies the cartridge, or leave a note on the card or in the case. You can also contact us for assistance. Please never write or make marks on the cases or cartridges. BARD. Braille and Audio Reading Download, or BARD, is the app that lets you download and listen to or read talking books and Braille directly on your device. The BARD mobile app can be accessed through a smartphone or tablet, and BARD Express can be downloaded to a Windows-based computer. An email address and Wi-Fi access are required to download books from BARD. There is no extra application or paperwork necessary, but only active Talking Book patrons can access BARD. Many of our patrons have chosen to use BARD only. If you are interested in BARD or require assistance logging in, changing your password, finding books, or would just like more information, please contact a reader advisor. Large Print Direct. Large Print Direct service is available to all Talking Book patrons upon completion of a short supplemental LPD application. Large print titles will be checked out to the patron and sent to them through the USPS as free matter for the blind or physically handicapped from the Mississippi Library Commission's large print collection. Up to 4 large print titles can be sent to a patron at a time, with a total checkout limit of 12 books. However, this checkout limit can be adjusted per the patron's request. Large Print Direct catalogs will be sent monthly, with new titles added to the collection as well as a short annotation. Catalogs will include an order form to be returned to us with requests. If you would like assistance with large print, please contact a reader advisor. Braille and eBraille. Talking Book patrons have access to the Mississippi Library Commission's physical collection of Braille materials, including adult titles and children's titles in Twin Vision format, combined print and Braille. Braille titles can be browsed by using the online catalog and will be checked out at the request of the patron. The Mississippi Library Commission also circulates specialized refreshable Braille devices, known as e-readers, for patrons who wish to use eBraille, which is available for download through Bard or on cartridge. eBraille can be assigned on cartridge similar to our audiobook process previously mentioned, via nightly auto-select or on demand according to the patron's preferences. Talking Book patrons are also eligible to participate in the Braille On Demand service. Braille On Demand is administered by NLS and will print and mail up to 5 book requests per month that are available in the NLS catalog to patrons. These books are free of charge and are the patrons to keep. They do not need to be returned. Sensory Story Kits. Sensory Story Kits are available to all TBS patrons and partnering institutions as a fun and educational experience for children and their caregivers, centered around learning Braille with sensory elements. The kits will be checked out one at a time per patron for a 2-month, 60 days checkout period, and are mailed via USPS as free matter for the blind and physically handicapped from the Mississippi Library Commission's Special Collections and Talking Book services. These kits are comprised of a full picture book with a Braille version of the story attached on each page, sensory or tactile components that match the theme or storyline, and a user guide for caregivers with suggested activities. If you would like to have a list of available kits or need assistance with this material, please contact a reader advisor. Magazine subscriptions. A variety of magazines are available as free subscriptions through the National Library Service, available to TBS patrons on cartridge or in Braille. Magazines on cartridge are distributed upon publication frequency by the Mississippi Library Commission, and the cartridge must be returned when finished. Whereas magazines in Braille are mailed directly to the patron from the publisher and are the patron's to keep. Patrons who wish to receive magazines on cartridge will have a checkout limit of 3 cartridges at a time, and this limit will not impact the amount of book cartridges a patron can have. Locally produced magazines, Mississippi Outdoors and Mississippi, are available in audio as well as the Reading Light, Mississippi's TBS newsletter. A list of national publications is available at www.loc.gov/new-magazines/. Many titles are also available in audio and e-braille through Bard. Other services available. NFB Newsline. NFB Newsline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and is free to anyone who is eligible. Daily papers, which include the Jackson Clarion Ledger, Memphis Commercial Appeal, the Biloxi Sun-Herald, USA Today, the Chicago Tribune, the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Los Angeles Times, the Wall Street Journal, and others can be heard over the phone in a synthetic voice. To sign up for NFB Newsline, go to NFBNEWSLINE.org/SIGNUP or contact a participating organization such as a vocational rehab facility, school, or special education program, or a reader advisor. You will be given an ID number and security code to access this service. Radio Reading Service. This service provides current information on the radio 24 hours a day for individuals who are unable to read the printed word. It features over 60 magazines, 6 newspapers, and more than 168 hours each week of short stories and books, as well as selections from the Bible. A special radio that is permanently tuned to the RRSM channel is sent free of charge to qualified individuals, or the individual may access the Internet audio stream via a personal computer or other device. For an application, contact a reader advisor or contact Radio Reading Service of Mississippi, 3825 Ridgewood Road, Jackson, Mississippi, 39211. Telephone 601-432-6301. Email radioreading@mpbonline.org. Visit the Radio Reading Service website at www.mpbonline.org/radio-reading-service/. Bibles and religious material. A Bible or other religious texts in the version of your choosing, as well as other religious devotional and study materials, are available upon request. You must be an active TBS patron to be sent this material, and it is yours to keep and does not count against your checkout limit. For more information on current material available, please contact a reader advisor, and we will make the request on your behalf. Music instruction. TBS patrons will have access to the NLS music collection, which features more than 25,000 titles, including Braille and large print scores and recorded instructional materials about music and musicians. Music-related magazines in audio and Braille are also available. NLS music materials circulate directly to patrons from the NLS headquarters in Washington, D.C., and many are available to download through Bard. Musical recordings intended solely for listening pleasure are not included in the collection, as they are available from public libraries. NLS website. The NLS website is available online at https://www.loc.gov/NLS/ and contains an extensive amount of information regarding who NLS/TBS serves and the programs offered. You can browse the catalog, get information on children's services, NLS library, and summer reading programs. Sign up to receive news and updates about NLS. Contact NLS, including recommending books that you would like them to consider for accessible production, and find general information on the National Library Service. Equipment. Digital talking book machines, DTBM, refreshable Braille displays, e-readers, and other supplemental equipment will be assigned to active patrons as requested. This equipment is designed to be accessible and to assist patrons in fully utilizing their talking books and e-Braille. Unless otherwise noted, all equipment must be returned to us when a patron is no longer actively using talking book services or for maintenance. DTBMs and e-readers must be returned before a replacement can be assigned in the case of a maintenance issue. Please keep all mailing boxes for DTBMs and e-readers. Do not throw them away. In the case that one of these devices needs to be returned to us, having the original box will expedite this process. If for some reason you have lost the original box or mailing container, please contact us and we can assign a replacement to you. When returning a device for maintenance, it is important to fill out the maintenance slip inside the original box as fully as possible, including your name, address, patron ID, if you have it but not required, and details of what the issue is. While it is not required, if you would like to call a reader advisor and explain the issue, the reader advisor can leave a note on your profile that our maintenance and circulation staff can reference. Digital talking book machines. DTBMs play talking book cartridges, have simple and accessible features, an internal battery, built-in speaker, headphone jack, and memory functions that remember and mark stops or pauses so that a patron can pick up from where they left off when listening to a book or magazine. The DTBMs also have a built-in bookshelf that allows patrons to skip from book to book on their multi-book cartridges. DS1. Simple and straightforward with easily navigable controls. DA1. Functions identically to the DS1, but with more advanced controls and button layout. DA2. NLS's most advanced DTBM. Can be connected to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth and used to navigate Bard and other online resources. High-volume DTBMs are available for patrons with extreme hearing loss upon special request. Supplemental equipment for DTBMs. Along with the DTBM, Talking Book Services can provide supplemental equipment at the patron's request to assist with fully utilizing their talking books or for the patron's convenience. Headphones. The DTBM has a 1/8-inch headphone jack and will work with most commercially available headphones or earbuds. However, TBS will provide headphones at the patron's request at no charge. Remote control unit. These remote controls can be plugged into a DTBM and allow for expanded button controls, and are recommended for patrons that may have mobility issues or are bedbound. Pillow phones. A small extension speaker to be placed under a pillow or near a patron who may be bedbound. Breath switches. Available at special request for readers with severe physical disabilities who have little or no use of their extremities. This switch uses air pressure to turn on or off the DTBM. TBS will provide USB and headphone adapters that can be plugged into the external ports on the side of the DTBM to accommodate various types of other accessories as requested. If you have questions about compatibility, or if a piece of equipment or accessory not provided by TBS will work with your DTBM, please contact us before use. Refreshable Braille Display, e-reader. E-readers are available to TBS patrons and are devices with small pens that electronically move up and down through holes representing a Braille cell. Users move their fingers across the cells as if they were reading Braille on paper. E-readers allow TBS patrons to read electronic Braille files, as well as multiple other file types. They contain 20 Braille cells, Perkins-style keyboards, have an internal memory, and the ability to connect to external storage devices, and can be connected to Wi-Fi so barred patrons can log in and download e-Braille files directly to their bookshelf. The e-reader also has Bluetooth capability and can connect to a computer or smartphone so that the information on the screen will be displayed on the Braille display. Other features include a Braille translation application, settings to display files in uncontracted and contracted Braille, and can connect directly to NFB Newsline. The e-reader's navigational capabilities include searching for a passage and moving by sentence, paragraph, and volume. Currency Reader. NLS and TBS have partnered with the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, BEP, in support of its U.S. Currency Reader program to provide currency reader devices free of charge to eligible individuals who are blind or visually impaired. The currency reader, called the iBill or Talking Banknote Identifier, is a compact device that announces a note's value in one of three ways: voice, pattern of tones, or pattern of vibrations. Just insert a note into the device and press the button on the side to have the denomination identified. The iBill is about the size of a key fob, can be carried around in a pocket or purse, clipped to a belt, or attached to a keychain or a lanyard, and it operates on a single AAA battery, which typically lasts for more than a year. The initial battery is included. Additionally, BEP offers a currency reader mobile app for smart devices that may be downloaded for free. The iNote for iOS External and iNote for Android External uses image recognition technology and the device's integrated camera to recognize a Federal Reserve note and communicates the note's denomination back to the user. The currency reader and the currency reader's mobile app do not authenticate a note as being either genuine or counterfeit. Frequently asked questions. I've got a talking book cartridge with 5 or more books, but I want to skip a book. How do I do that? You can skip books by using the bookshelf feature. This handy feature can be used to skip from book to book to book. By holding down the square play stop button for about 2 seconds, you can access the bookshelf. The machine will produce a chime tone and then announce the bookshelf. Then by using the fast forward and rewind arrows to the left and right of the play stop button, you can move from book to book on the cartridge. The machine will announce the title of the book, and if you wish to start that title, you will just tap the play stop button once to exit the bookshelf, and then once more to start playing the title. As a reminder, once a book has been skipped, the DTBM will not return to that title automatically. If you wish to listen to the book, you will have to use the bookshelf feature again to return to it. When a talking book is finished and has announced its closing information, the DTBM will go completely silent, and to start the next book in sequence, just hit the play stop button to begin. I want to request a specific book for my book club or church study, and I need it soon. Do you have it? Probably. The NLS catalog features over 150,000 titles, with new books being added every week. Books requested by phone or online will be prioritized over all other titles and will be added to the next cartridge we send you. Books will be added in the order that they are requested, with the newest requests made prioritized newest to oldest. If you would like to request a specific title and need it by a certain date, please contact a reader advisor for assistance. I am finished with my talking book and ready to send it back and get another. What do I do? When you've finished with a talking book cartridge, place it back in its case and get it into the mail. The cases are pre-addressed to return to us at MLC, and your information is stored electronically on the cartridge. You do not have to return the mailing card included with the case, and there is no postage required. If a mail person or post office refuses your talking book or TBS equipment, please contact a reader advisor. TBS cartridges will be reassigned to you within 24 hours of receipt, based on your preferred service type. Please return each cartridge as you finish all of the books on it so as to never run out of talking books and to show consistent check-ins, check-outs. How do I log on to the online catalog and request my own books? When using the online catalog, or OPAC, OPAC, it is important to first log in. Using your unique patron ID number and password will allow you to fully utilize the OPAC, and this information can be acquired by contacting a reader advisor. Once you have logged in and searched for a title, it's as simple as adding the title to your basket and then checking out. Once you have checked out, the title will be immediately added to your request list and prioritized for the next cartridge we send you. To access the online catalog, visit tbsopacmlc.ms.us. I searched for Bard, Mississippi Outdoors, Mississippi Magazine, and the TBS newsletter, and I can't find them. How can I listen to them? Currently, locally produced magazines are not available through Bard and are only available on cartridge. If you would like a DTBM solely for listening to magazines, we will be happy to assign one to you. Our newsletter, The Reading Light, is available on cartridge, large print, Braille, or you can listen to the audio and access back issues on MLC's website. My equipment is malfunctioning or won't hold a charge. Can I fix it, or do I have to return it? There are no user-serviceable parts in DTBMs or e-readers, and these machines must be returned to us for any maintenance issue. Please contact a reader advisor if you need shipping boxes to return any TBS equipment or have any questions regarding equipment functions. Please complete the included maintenance slip inside the box to ensure that your replacement equipment is assigned as quickly as possible and that there is no confusion or questions from our circulation and maintenance staff. TBS equipment must be returned and checked in before replacements can be assigned. I'm moving out of state or I'm going on an extended trip. Should I return everything and start over in my new state? No. If you know your new address and the date or dates that you will be in your new location, you can have your TBS library transfer your account and all patron documents to the new state. We will need to know your new contact information and address, as well as when you would like the new state to start sending you talking books. Although each state library is a part of the National Library Service, each has its own unique functions and guidelines. So upon transfer, a representative will be contacting you to go over service in the new state. If you are going on an extended trip or vacation, please contact a reader advisor to go over how we may temporarily transfer or pause service, or how we will continue service for you. I haven't received a talking book in a long time. Where are my books? Many things can affect the speed at which patrons receive talking book cartridges. All patrons by default have a checkout limit of 3 talking book cartridges. So if you have returned one recently and feel as though it is taking an excessive amount of time to receive a replacement, please contact us. The speed and consistency of the USPS is a factor, and if they have lost one of your cartridges, we can issue a replacement on a situation-by-situation basis. Keep in mind that if you choose to only receive specific authors or series, once you have finished everything in the catalog, you will not receive anything else from us until either something new is added or you make a request. My public library didn't know what to do with my talking books. Didn't they come from the library? The Mississippi Library Commission in Jackson serves as the home of Mississippi's talking book services. And while public libraries and librarians may be familiar with our program, they do not administer service in any way. However, they may be able to help you make requests or return materials at the librarian's discretion. Most of TBS materials and staff are centrally located at the Mississippi Library Commission and can be reached by phone at 601-432-4151 or toll-free at 1-800-446-0892. You can also email talkingbooks@mlc.lib.ms.us. If there is ever a need to modify, change, or further explain any aspect of your talking book service, please contact us. For example, we can add or remove author or subject preferences, update contact information, raise or lower the amount of audiobooks or magazines that are added to the cartridges we send you, renew or change the status of cartridges, assist with large print or braille, help troubleshoot issues with equipment, or assign new equipment as needed, and help you access other resources.